The following program is brought to you in living color.
Hi, I'm Tony Figueroa, the child of television, and welcome to another installment of This Week in TV History. Now, you could read my blog, childoftelevision.blogspot.blog. You could hear me on TV Confidential, a radio talk show about television. You can find us on Facebook or go to tvconfidential.com. You'll hear me, Ed Robertson, and sometimes even my other half, Donna Allen Figueroa. We talk about television history. We talk with some of the pioneers of television, some of the people that you grew up with. It's a lot of fun. Today's installment, though, is dedicated to one of my favorite Christmas specials, and it's 50 years old this year. It is Santa Claus Is Coming to Town. It is not only one of my favorites, it's definitely my favorite of all the Rankin and Bass specials. So this is 1970. You had Rudolph, you had Little Drummer Boy. This was the third one to come out for Christmas. I do want to give proper credit to a lot of the talent. Besides Rankin and Bass, we have Mickey Rooney as the voice of Santa Claus. We have Keenan Wynn, who a lot of us know as an amazing dramatic actor, but he also, for our generation, played a lot of great Disney villains in the Shaggy DA, Herbie Rides Again, Flubber. Actually, the absent-minded professor. Yeah, he was great at playing those villains. And of course, a lot of people who know TV history, if you love Rod Serling, you know him for his work with Rod Serling on The Twilight Zone, and of course, Requiem for a Heavyweight. An amazing resume. And he's the son of comedian Ed Wynn. Paul Frees was the voice of Burgermeister Meister Burger, and he was the voice of other characters in that, but of course, Burgermeister Meister Burger, the main villain in our story. Most people know Paul Frees, I think, from his Disney work. Although he did work for Hanna-Barbera, he worked with Jay Ward, and of course, Rankin and Bass. But he was, to Disney fans, the voice of Ludwig von Drake. And if you ever did the Haunted Mansion, the Ghost Toast. This chamber has no windows and no doors. That's the guy right there. An incredible talent. Robbie Lester was Jessica, who would later become Mrs. Claus. And Joan Gardner was Tanta Kringle, the matriarch of all the Kringles. So an incredible, talented group. Oh, I forgot somebody very important. It's not on my list. The narrator, Fred Astaire. I think that was our generation's introduction to the magic of Fred Astaire. He was the mailman, and since I brought up that he's the mailman, the whole show opens up with the mailman introducing himself, taking his mail, and then he says, a lot of kids ask Santa Claus what they want for Christmas, but some kids ask questions, and then he goes, look at this one. He's like, why is he reading people's mail? Never occurred to me until I was an adult. Why is he reading people's... Okay. It was something fun to watch as a kid, but now you look at it as an adult. Yeah, there's a couple of things. Why is the mailman reading people's mail? And I don't think... One song, if you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you pay. A kiss for a toy is the price you pay. Yeah, no, that's... No. But the overall look, the characters, I love somber town. You have this town, and obviously it's supposed to be this German village post-World War I. You could tell by all the uniforms, and everything is gray. Everything is this monochromatic, like you're in a black and white movie. Even the children's hair is gray or some sort of charcoal. Everything's somber. The only color that you see are the toys, Kris Kringle's suit, his red hair, and the teacher, Jessica, her red hair. Otherwise, everything is very gray and very somber, hence the name. But it is a great way of telling this story. Again, nothing to do with the story of St. Nicholas, but still a great origin story for Santa Claus, showing him as a little boy, being raised by the Kringles, a family of elves. They were the first toy makers for the king. They raise them to make toys. The animals teach him how to laugh and how to play and how to jump. And he finally becomes an adult, and he wants to deliver toys to Somber Town. And he is branded a rebel and a nonconformist by Burgermeister Meister Burger. A rebel and nonconformist. So this was 1970. So you have somebody who is this worshipped figure, but they're showing him in his youth that he was a troublemaker. They made him kind of like Robin Hood. But I think it was kind of cool to kind of tell the story that this person who we all love today was not very well liked. It also shows us that, yes, sometimes there are some silly laws. Having a law in this town that kids couldn't have toys. Kris Kringle says, yeah, it is a silly law. He finally convinces Jessica, but they become outlaws and they had to flee further north. But this is a wonderful story. It is fun. You have to accept that it is a product of its time period. There's a few psychedelic moments when Jessica sings. The songs are memorable, put one foot in front of another. It's all great stuff. But this is my favorite of the Rankin and Bass. I imagine some of you have your favorite. I mean, after all, we have Rudolph, we have the little drummer boy, we have Santa Claus is Coming to Town, A Year Without a Santa Claus, Frosty the Snowman, which was not stop motion animation, it was cell animation. They had a sequel, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, then it was Rudolph's Shiny New Year, Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey, Year Without a Santa Claus. That's another thing. Mrs. Claus in Rudolph, I think, is Italian. She has an accent. Eat, Papa, eat. Then she's, this beautiful redheaded woman, Jessica. And then, Year Without a Santa Claus, Shirley Booth. I bet you have your favorite of the Rankin and Bass a roster of Christmas specials. This one's mine. I would love to hear which one's yours, your thoughts, your ideas, anything. Just put it in the comments below. It's a crazy year. It's very unique at Christmas. I want to see you again before the year is over. Thoughts, ideas, comments, put it there. Again, read my blog, childhoodtelevision.blogspot.com. Listen to me on TV Confidential. I'm Tony Figueroa. Stay tuned.